Good morning. I just wanted to take a moment to talk about the upcoming assignment that is due Monday. Some of you probably have already finished it. It's the informative assignment number 2, which is the research portion of our speech. Just to clarify a few things about that. You will need one sample of each of the categories. So you will need one book, one periodical, one website, one personal interview, and then the category Other. Several things can be found in the Other category. Multimedia video, CD or DVD, training manuals, pamphlets, transcripts from radio or TV productions, or your personal experience. So one of each, one book, one periodical, one web page, one Other, and one personal interview. You should turn these in a Word document that have like a works cited page. I would like for you though to identify what is the book and what is the periodical, because and so forth, because sometimes people turn in online magazines and I'm confused sometimes whether they intend that to be their periodical or their web page. The rubric that I will use to grade is here on the second page of the assignment. You want to shoot for the 5 points for each one. And then, of course, overall, this is multiplied, and the total assignment is worth 100 points because it does take some time, and you have to do it in APA format. So you can use your writer's reference or an online APA if you'd like. I recommend just clicking on this APA Citation Examples. You can find all kinds of information here, the instructions on how to do something, and then examples. And so sometimes people have a hard time finding personal experience or interview. Here's the interview, how to cite the interview. And then on down you will find how to cite the personal experience. So if I'm not running out of, let's see, I think I had, it appears that this is on here twice, so forgive that. Oh, right here. It's just a link. So, okay. So that is assignment number 2, one of each for a total of 5 sources. Do not turn in 5 web pages because you're only going to get credit for one, and then your grade will be really bad. So a Word document that lists your sources in APA format, that is assignment number 2. I also want to point out that we are almost done with the chapter work. Keep in mind that chapters 12 through 14 are the chapters that deal with speeches, and so you may want to reflect on those pages as you do the assignments. The page numbers are given. Also, during the week of spring break, you have the opportunity to get some bonus points. I don't know if you've noticed, but in the back of each chapter there are film case studies. So the assignment basically is to pick one of those, chapters 1 through 9, watch the film, and respond to whatever the prompt is for that. This is the rubric. It's an essay that you would have to write, and this is the rubric for it. And if you do well on this, you'll get 30 bonus points, which usually brings people's grades up, at least like 4 or 5 points, sometimes most definitely taking it to a different letter grade. So if you'd like some bonus points, you have an opportunity to do that over spring break. It will be due Monday, March 28th. The essay is due at that time. So keep that in mind. Next week we have Chapter 9 stuff, conflict style questionnaire that requires you to have a person that you have a relationship with, to interview them or to have them fill out the questionnaire. And then you talk about how your conflict styles compare. Okay, I think that is all for today. Good luck. I'll just tell you, the assignment number 2 is usually the hardest one in all of this. Keep in mind that even though you have to identify 5 different sources for this assignment, in the speech you will only use 3 of those, or you're only required to use 3 of those. And typically you want to use a different source for different points. So when we're talking about the speech, we're sort of talking about the old-fashioned 5-paragraph essay. In this speech, you should have an introduction, 3 points that you're making, and then a conclusion. So for those 3 points, you will have 3 different sources. Okay, so just keep that in mind that for assignment number 2, you need 5 sources, but in the end you will only use 3. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. As a matter of fact, the discussion board, this chapters 12 through 14 is the one that is reserved for the informative speech. So please use this thread and to ask questions about the speech. And I'll see you soon. Have a great weekend.